Beneath the glistening expanse of our planet's oceans lies a world of beauty and harmony. With their vibrant marine life and balance, the oceans are essential to our planet. But under the sea, a silent crisis grows. The oceans have to bear the consequences of humanity's negligence. From discarded plastic to industrial waste, this invasion threatens not only marine life but the entire planet. And it all comes down to this: marine debris. Now, what is this marine debris? It is defined as any persistent, manufactured, or processed human-made solid material discarded, disposed of, or abandoned that is found in the marine and coastal environment. There are many types of debris, like plastic bags, food wrappers, drink bottles, car batteries, kitchen appliances, and other things. But today, we'll be focusing on one type of debris: ghost fishing gear. What is this ghost fishing gear? Ghost fishing gear, aka the silent killers of our oceans, can be any abandoned, lost, or otherwise discarded fishing gear, much of which often goes unseen. It is the deadliest form of marine plastic, as it unselectively catches wildlife, entangling marine mammals, seabirds, sea turtles, and sharks, subjecting them to a slow and painful death through exhaustion and suffocation. So, join me on a journey to Pondicherry, Tamil Nadu, where I took a diving specialty course called Dive Against Debris. Here, I myself faced how this fishing gear affects our environment and the results of human ignorance. Our day started at 6 in the morning. By this time, the theoretical part of this course had taken place. We had already inspected our tanks and were using nitrox, which is air that has a higher concentration of oxygen. We dived into the ocean at exactly 7:46 a.m. and started our descent. Though the visibility was bad, I could see a major difference in the quality of sea life. I had dived at the site before, and at the time, the dive school, Temple Adventures, had started active coral seeding on submersed objects like tires, motorbikes, cars, and jeeps to enhance the growth of many organisms. And now I could see a visible change in the amount of life at the site. As we swam, I saw different species of fish, like pufferfish, groupers, and rabbitfish, as well as sea urchins and starfish. At this point, my delight and joy were tremendous. We swam around for 15 to 20 minutes, observing the life and enjoying our time. Suddenly, the dive instructor stopped. He signaled ahead, and I squinted my eyes trying to see. And there it was, the deadliest kind of plastic in the oceans, the ghost fishing gear. As we got closer, I was in deep shock. Until now, I had only experienced the beauty of the oceans and how fascinating life was under the sea. But as I saw how the net had enveloped this beautiful piece of coral, I was hit with a big reality check. You see, with this vast piece of net was dozens and dozens of dead fish entangled with it. And not just dead, but decaying as well. I saw skeletons of fish just there. The silence was horrifying. My vision was clouded with just decaying matter floating around the water. It was such an awakening moment for me as I was hit with the truth. The truth being that there is still so much of work involved in cleaning the oceans and nurturing life back, and the significant impact of ghost fishing gear onto our environment. And the worst part? They had to experience this slow, agonizing, torturing death just because of human beings' inconsiderate nature. Fortunately, there were a few fish that were still alive, and we safely untangled them. But you see, cutting the net itself isn't an easy task. One has to maintain buoyancy while doing so, and slowly and carefully cut the net without hampering any corals or living sea life. The net was too big for just 2 people to cut out, so we signaled for backup. But even with our group of 5 people, it took us 15 minutes to successfully remove the net. Once we were back on the surface, we found out that the net weighed 8 kilos. 8 kilos of unattended plastic around one piece of coral. It was shocking, to say the least, how damaging one net can be to the underwater life. But all hope is not lost. Through Dive Against Debris dives, one can collect and record the debris they bring back from the oceans on a dedicated website. Hence, scuba divers around the world are actively cleaning the sea. And you don't even have to be a diver to make a difference. Let's take this plastic bottle for example. Where did it come from? How did it end up there? We shouldn't assume that the only way it could have reached there was by directly dumping it into the ocean. It could have been stranded on the beach and washed away by the waves. Initiating and taking part in beach cleaning activities can make a huge difference. Not throwing away your trash from your family picnic at the beach makes a difference. So, as we reflect on these effects of the marine debris, we're faced with a crucial question. What role will you play in protecting and preserving our ocean's ecosystems? Will you join the ranks of those who clean beaches and seabeds? Will you join those who are committed to stopping our planet from dying by the outcomes of our careless actions? The reality is in front of us. Our oceans need our protection, and each one of us can make a difference. So, with all these changes happening around us, will you answer the call to keep our planet's waters alive and thriving?